Things to do if you are a houseplant living with a beginner. Stretch every day until you touch the ceiling. Befriend neighbors with fast-growing vines. Spend afternoons on wide windowsills flirting with the sun. Invite the first blasts of heat to kiss your leaves. Be patient, but ask for water before you need it. Change. Welcome the breath of the beginner tending you. Listen. Keep her secrets. Cultivate dreams of a successful green thumb, one she didn't inherit. Hold her fears. Change again. But be slow to outgrow your home. Thank you.
A crack in the fog reveals forsythia buds, the color of yolks. A crack in the fog reveals forsythia buds, the color of yolks.
What can we grow? Outside my window, I see ferns and trees, weeds greener, more lush than ever before. And in this overgrowth, I imagine the creatures, from the tiniest insects to chipmunks, woodchucks, bears, out there foraging in bushes, nesting in trees, sheltering inside the earth, surviving among people, sharing their space. I save worms, frogs, and crickets from the mower's blade, free wasps and flies from the house, wonder how many chances we're given. But how many deaths does it take? How many rebirths? Is there time? Can we wait? What can we grow now? Thank you.
The mothers in Ukraine. Out of the mind of a madman, the golden capital is reduced to ash and black smoke and bodies. I struggle to imagine the why as I rise each morning, eager to confirm with my own eyes that resistance lives. My dreams portend doom, the blue and red flag flying in place of blue and gold. Hair golden as wheat drapes your face, and bloody bandages crown you. I can't go back in time any more than you can. Eat well tonight, Mama. Tomorrow, men like him will plot to destroy like you never imagined, making the air an ashy scrim over our lives. Thank you.
This is very simply called accent. Tomato soup chairs peek over edge of rounded tabletop, state their red presence against misty green wall, as if to say, I'm here to make a point. Notice my accent?
When I use an atlas, river and lakes appear blue, mountains brown with jagged edges, deserts the color of sand. One from 1992, during the Soviet Union's dissolution, shows the rainforest image before in green and after striped with white, where they tried to grow crops but failed, leaving the land stripped of trees. On my phone, I Google a map to see the provinces of Ukraine, called oblasts, differentiated by color, but now blown to bits by Russia, whose leader wants the flag of Ukraine, where a manicured hand with red and white nail polish lies lifeless on the street, covered with dirt. to have the same colors as his. He cannot bear the blue and yellow of their flag. Thank you.
This is also that. The sun is a pumpkin. The pumpkin is a small sun. The pumpkin is a small, hard sun. The pumpkin is fun. Orange is fun, and the hard orange sun is a small, fun orange pumpkin. The orange pumpkin is in the fall. The fall of the orange sun is small. The hard orange fall is fun, and the orange is in the feather. The sun is the hard orange feather. The fun feather is the small spirit. The orange spirit is the twist, and the twist is the small fun fall. The twist is the dance. Thank you.
It's called The Moment in 6 Movements. 1. Each moment gathers the sum, the apocalyptic momentum of every existence ever. So each moment is one. 2. Though we are many and simultaneous too, any postmodern moment will insist, to the end, and why not? To survive countless violence, how many moments fractured inside from out? How many still jerk back and forth like clockwork, repeating the same split, as if hypnotized between the wounds opening and the world ongoing? As many moments as grains of sand decorate the postmodern desert, while, for continuity's sake, we cultivate our contradictions to fruit and seed. Can't you feed 2 birds with 1 piece of bread? 3. I call a close friend just as he is about to call me. Trust, everything we touch turns to gold, he remarks, and so I offer his words to a 3rd friend, who exclaims this same formula came to him yesterday, which affirms, alchemically, all 3 of us are golden. 4. My tab runs $44.44 on the corner of 44th Street. Wind and rain descend onto earthly fire. East, west, south, and north overlap, and the moment looks back and knows me intimately before carrying on into the beyond. 5. When I let go and let be flow through me and over to you, we intuit the breath of our being here and now in this wide world, hurtling together over the precipice of our momentary lives. Paths merge and diverge like water on the way to eternity. In the waterfall's misty abyss, another moment emerges again and again, an unknowing through the flow that is trusting each moment to spring anew from now. 6. Songbirds lately flown from down south knit winter's bare branches like the horizon itself back together, and spring bursts forth in a shower of buds and blossoms, proof, as the Anishinaabe say, that they love us still, and that even still, as a dear friend says to me, we are their best imaginations come true.
This is called Pandemic Rituals, a gratitude poem. For the freedom to work from home and sleep in an extra hour, for extra hours to edit old poems and write new ones, for extra hours to pick up Ashtanga yoga and fall flat on my red face a few times each morning, for falling, for failure, for the learning experience every new morning brings, for every new morning, for green mornings and pink tulips, for morning walks and the self-governance I now possess to read poetry on my phone and sometimes write it without caring who judges me in passing cars, mistaking me for an ungrateful millennial instead of one who paints gratitude onto the gray of her little glass screen, and is grateful for her poor sense of direction and stiff morning hands that struggle to tie a shoelace. For the untied shoelace that forces me to stop what I'm doing and look at the earth. For the $20 bill I find on the earth, brown yet safe despite the previous night's rain. For rainwater. For the last $20 I needed to pay my water bill. For the walk home, for my selfish bliss, for the smile of my neighbor waving maskless in her garden.
In living color. Shall I color the truth? Once every summer day was a red letter day. I clocked your dead man's float in a sky blue pool. We rode our bikes, mine green, yours red, to taste colors we made up names for. We were still inside the lines, flesh wrapped and safe as in a crayon box. Then bubblegum pink and fireball fuchsia coated soon-to-be-kissed lips, plump with sweetness. Or lies. Or black and blue for a few who got away too young, speeding on licorice black wheels, while the rest of us oohed at the rainbows in their slick. Now, fade to gray. Old friends are floating away like milkweed. Sooner and later, with hue and cry, we all wheel our way toward the white noise in big black-bumpered buggies, little red convertibles, flaming motorcycles, grenade green golf carts, gunmetal gurneys. Now, I hear you as a sibilance of silver. I see you as a shimmer of iridescence, a skein of dust on a white gust of air. You'll know me when you look back from there, still a stained sepia husk. Below you, down here.
I'd like to read you The Inspector. This is a serious piece of business, the inspector implies, looking me up and down. The inspector chooses his friends carefully. I am, alas, not chosen. Too noisy, perhaps? My bustling entrance, my unfamiliar smile makes the hair bristle on the back of his thick neck. My smell is just wrong. If he could, he would dismiss me. Instead, he saunters over to the braided rug, keeping his eye on me. He plops down at his station to watch his mistress stroke and plump my tresses with her practiced hands. His eyes are closed now. The stranger offers no threat. The inspector snores gently. When I rise to leave, he trots me to the door. A serious piece of business indeed.
So this is called Against It All, I Seek the Crocus. Unplug, you tell me, unplug. Turn away from my phone, from streaming devices, from the latest report. Shelling of a school in Mariupol, sheltering 400. Casualty numbers unknown. Outside, we forget how good the sun feels in our hair and upon our cheeks like a first kiss. We've stared bleary-eyed at screens for weeks now, feeling the burden of headlines exploding overseas. We cut around to the corner of our house, eye the spot of old mulch by the wooden fence. There we see it, the season's first crocus, an Easter flower we planted 4 years ago. Already it survived the late frost, and still it pushes up from earth, rising year after year like tiny fingers searching for that bit of sunlight. Thank you.
It's called The End of Hospice Care. Where is my purse? My coat with the big pockets? I need my traveling shoes. Yes, the black pumps. Are they under the bed? Are you listening to me? Oh, these hapless flight attendants. I need the window seat. Someone's at the window. Someone's waving at the window. Is it raining? Polka dot umbrella, braided rugs, and rungs of a ladder. The light is a mist. Do I say goodbye? The light is a mist, curling my hair. The light is in front of the light. I'm leaving. I won't say goodbye. I'm nearly there. Say goodbye for me, darling, you darling. I am the folded sheets. You are the empty hands.
Yeah, this poem is for my sister Sarah, and it's called Blender. My girlfriend says that I look like I am trying to blend in, going incognito. And here I am, beaten cap, shades, hoodie sleeves tattered. I slide my fingers absent-mindedly through loops left behind. Shifting gears, rolling, a simple machine, this inclined plane, and I'm back in the coffee shop. Of course, there are the children too, waiting behind me, 12 and 13 years old, a shuffling hum amassed in rows. Their chuckles echo across tiled coffee-streaked floors. They nudge one another, elbows ribbing. They tell half-hearted jokes of the coming apocalypses. I dreamt of you 10 years later, your black wings swirled with blue holographic streaks. You were imperfect, though. A vine grew from your body, snaking and feverishly expanding from a dense mat of jet feathers. We knew it would need cutting, removal. And we pulled it from you fearfully, and the flowing blood followed, an inky gurgle. And we knew how thirsty you were. And wrapped in a shroud, we put your beak to water, and you drank in gulps, as an oil slick of blood spread in wispy fractals across its surface. I cried and I cried when I learned you wouldn't die. And then again awake. There is the coffee shop and the rows of children, the gray speckled table smeared with eraser marks, the windowsills painted with drippy, endlessly accumulated layers, the disintegrating wrappers and detritus blown along the curb, the hum of hulking rubber across colonial cobblestones, a backdrop to blend back into.